Hi there, my name is Thomas the Shooter. I thought I'd share a little of my personal insights, victories, struggles. I think for me, one of the biggest things that I've learned over the last couple of years has been there's all this information you can get on building your business, being an entrepreneur, empowering your team, working with your team. And so you'll do a lot of work on the business in the sense of, values and mission and vision and what's our story, and all of that stuff is really great. Being inspired and inspiring each other, and there's huge value in that. So, you probably felt like, hey, I've got my business going. I'm there all the time, 12 hours a day. I'm working on my business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm killing it. But at the same time, have you taken that same philosophy into the house? And how much of that work have I done at home? How much of that values, vision, mission have we done together as a family? I mean, ultimately, we're a team. We're in each other's face all the time as well. Hopefully, we're out to accomplish the same things. Hopefully, we have a lot of the same value system, and that there is a vision for where we're headed. There is maybe even a mission that we're on. Certainly if my business has a vision and a mission of accomplishing great things in the world, it feels natural to me as a father and a husband to have that in my home and have my home support that thinking, be an illustration of that at home, not just in the business. Have you thought about this for yourself? Does this come up? Do you feel like there's a disconnect at times between what's going on in the business and what's going on at home? I know I certainly have at times. And so one of the things that I've done, and I've certainly made an effort to keep that going in the household, is to have these conversations from time to time with the family. On a bigger financial picture, why wouldn't we have a breakdown at home of what it is we want to accomplish in the next year? What kind of vacation do we want to go on? What are some of the charity works that we want to give money to, or some volunteer time that we want to put efforts into? Have you had that discussion? I haven't had that discussion. I haven't sat down with my family and said, hey, over the next year, where are some volunteer opportunities for us? I think about it from time to time. I think about it for myself, but I haven't brought that into the fold of, what are we doing as a family? What is our contribution? At work, we sponsor 1% for the planet. We talk about doing these things, but yet, you leave the office and that falls off the plate. And I really think that's a disconnect. It certainly is for me, and I'm curious how many other people out there, feel that same way at times, or haven't really stopped to look at it. Am I living all of these things that I've put in my company? Am I truly living those at home as well? So I'm curious to see how people feel about that. I'd love you to share your comments or thoughts. What comes up for you? I think that on a spiritual level, certainly my spirituality has shifted a great deal over the last 5 years, and I think that on a spiritual level and a humanity level, the best place for me to get information, the best thing for me to do at this point in my life is, to communicate and share what I have uncovered, what comes up for me, and really my purpose in this is to get the feedback, is to have people tell me what's coming up for them, what's going on for you, or if you've had victories in these areas, what have you been doing to make that happen? What is the work that you're doing that you could share? Because we're all a community. I mean, on the big picture, we're all just one community. The Carl Sagan view of the tiny blue dot, I mean, that is us. As a species, that is us. But on a smaller level, a more micro level, how does that work in my community? And on the other side of that, how does this work for a woman that's an entrepreneur and a CEO? I mean, I don't know that mindset. That I don't come from that place naturally, obviously. And so, how do you feel? How does this show up in your life as a mother? And certainly juggling that is way different than what I have to juggle. You're the emotional, typically you're the emotional strength in the family. And so, you carry the weight of that at a lot, usually at a lot deeper level than the man is. And so let's start a thread on this. Let's share your thoughts. Love to hear them. Thanks so much. Have a great day.